Good morning, YouTubers. Today on Nova Scotia NSYakfisher Outdoors, we are headed out to a lake. My spouse and I, we're gonna do a couples 4-day, 3 nights kayak camp. Hope to map out some different camping possible locations on the lakes that we're going to, and just generally spend 4 days on the water and doing a little fishing, maybe a couple catch and cooks and stuff like that. So stay tuned, should at least be interesting, and we'll bring you back once we are at the lake. Bye bye. Alright, this is hot work, but this marks the starting location of our 4-day, 3-night trip. We've already seen some fish jumping when we came down here. Oh, there was one right there that went after a dragonfly. So, shouldn't have any problem getting a little fish fry at some point. Anyway, this is where we put in, and then we'll be going up through a gut into the main lake and trying to find a spot to stay the night. So anyway, we got the kayaks down here now. We just need to get them loaded up, and then we'll be setting sail. Absolutely beautiful morning here on day 1. She's pretty out there. Oh, not my best work there, was it? Just moving just about everywhere. So we found our first, not our first, but the first campsite of the day that we're going to mark on the map for ourselves. It's not perfect for us because we don't really have a freestanding tent, but it is certainly pretty. Sitting log and fire pit. A little path down to, a couple paths down to some places where you can put hammocks. So, nice spot for sure. Decent tent pad out here on the rock, but if we had to use it, we'd use some rocks and stuff, and I'm sure we'd make do with our tent. But we're very early on in the trip on day 1, so we'll look for other options and see what we can come up with. But certainly we'll mark this one down so we know it as an option for further trips. We'll hit the road again here in a few minutes. I'm getting tired of listening to fish jump. We'll have to soon start catching fish, I think. Okay. Doing a fine job of tree fishing. Please. You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Pretty spot. Don't really need all of this on here though. Little guys, we have to downsize. There's weeds. May have hit a rain shower on day one. Hey folks, so we're got camp all set up on this lovely island with someone who's nice enough to bring a picnic table out too. But we're currently riding out a thunderstorm, but it's not raining right at the moment. It was. We did get our tent up before the rain started. We're just under the tarp now, enjoying some coffee. But this is our site for the night. It's mid to late afternoon, so we're gonna hunker down and enjoy ourselves. Maybe catch a couple more fish for a fry tonight. But anyway, we're enjoying ourselves basically under a tarp, weathering the thunderstorms right now. So that's camping. So we got through the thunderstorms and some on and off heavy rain showers, and now we're just hunkered down under the tarp and about to cook up some sorbet noodles. Got to give credit to Kevin from Kevin Outdoors, who put this recipe on the internet, but it's delicious. And we're just heating it up over a little twig stove because we found that easier than having a big fire tonight. We can just have it over just outside of the edge of the tarp and no problem. So anyway, we're heating up the grub and just sitting back and relaxing this evening. Here's our sorbet noodles hot off the press, all ready to go. That's our supper for night one. Nothing like a little white perch fry when you have the opportunity. Looks like our white perch, and one white perch of the day is just about done. That will be my snack before bed tonight. Yeah, I think that will suffice.
Good morning, YouTubers. It's the morning of day 2. Quite early in the morning. Feels like there's a little breeze out there. We got some decisions to make this morning because tomorrow will definitely be a windbound camp day. So we have to decide whether we want to hunker down here for 2 days and then have a long paddle day on Wednesday to get out, or if we want to leave here today where we're already set up and chew up some of that ground in hopes of finding a campsite somewhere in between here and our destination. So once we get up and get around, that's what we have ahead of us. A little bit of breakfast and figure out our game plan for the next couple of days.
Breakfast on the morning of day 2. Eggs, shredded potatoes, and bacon. Now just to find the hot sauce. So welcome to day 2. We're off to a late start. We had breakfast and set up camp. Today is going to be a scorcher, as it really already is. And tomorrow looks to be high winds and lots and lots of rain. So we're probably gonna, wherever we get to tonight, we could be stranded. So we're gonna go along and see if we can find some campsites and maybe find one that suits our needs. And hunker down, maybe hunker down for a day or so. So anyway, we're just getting started out. We're leaving our island campsite for night 1. We have at least, we know there's one other island campsite, 1 or 2 ahead, so we're just going along and seeing if we can find some old campsites and that, and see where we end up tonight. So we're just getting underway, and we'll bring you back when something significant takes place. big pickerel. Big heavy pickerel. Back here, Bessie. Not overly long, but wow. What a fish, Tasha. It's a big chain pickerel. Nice. Might have to fish a little bit as I come through here. It's kind of a pretty spot. Nice. Okay. So if you look up there into the trees, it looks like there's someone's, well, it looks pretty well long forgotten deer stand. Pretty spot here. Nice hardwood stand. We've been seeing a lot of softwoods, but this is just a gorgeous area. So very nice. I can see a fella shooting a deer there in the right conditions. Nice. Might have to take a paddle out here in the fall sometime. You never know what you're going to find out here in these trips. Someone's old deer stand for this time. We'll continue on and bring you back if we find anything interesting. Looks like Tasha caught a bass. Probably a little bit too far away, but up in the top of that tree is a big eagle's nest. The eagle just flew out of there a couple minutes ago, so I don't know if it has chicks or anything yet, but certainly a big nest on the top of a tree over there. Pretty cool looking. Hey, how's the fishing? Nice. And there she goes. Hopefully got some decent footage of that. That was kind of cool. So someone's building something up in here. Pretty sure this is a crown land island, so. But got a little bit of a structure going on up there in the woods. Nice little spot. Even put a wharf. I think the wharf's been around here for quite a long time. So the structures. There's a picnic table up there and an outhouse. Those have been here for years and years, but I think someone's doing something, but I can't imagine it being a camp with how big the structure looks to be, but Anyway, we stopped by, had some lunch, and now we're gonna go to our, hopefully will be our destination for the night. Let's see how that works out for us.
She's off like a herd of turtles, folks.
Which one, what type of coffee was that one?
Mocha.
Late afternoon coffee on an island. So I'm on a late afternoon wood/fishing excursion. Of course, on a little island like that, it's been camped on for 50 years or something like that. There's not much wood there, so I'm just headed out. I'm gonna do a lap around this other island. I know there's lots of wood on it, but I'll find a good spot to land, and I'll just see if I can catch a couple fish while I'm at it. Just had a little hit. Lots of little fish around biting at my white grub. Anyway, hopefully we'll accomplish catching a few fish and getting some firewood for the night. We already got a fair bit, but rain coming, I'd like to have a little bit of a stockpile. We might end up being here for a couple days, at least one, so if not two now. So anyway, I'm gonna make a few casts around here and see what happens, and if it starts getting interesting, we'll bring you back. Trying to get us enough for a little feed. I always seem to have the camera pointed in the wrong direction. Not getting anything big, didn't expect to. I got a light action rod and really an ultralight lure, so I'm just trying to catch a little supper is all. And, some of the small bass seem to be obliging, so get a couple more in the boat. These are tiny. That's farther in there. It looked to be about the right size for what I'm looking for. Guess it. What do we got on here? Is down in the friggin' weeds is what he is. He's got me tangled. Oh, bass. There is some gargantuan smallmouth in this lake, but they're kind of few. Well, not necessarily few. The little ones are overpopulated, so it's been a high harvest lake for quite some time. I don't know if it's helping. Probably the pickerel being in here are helping more than anything. But still lots of small fish, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. Is we're gonna take a few of these small fish and have them for supper. So there's a massive one. You can see this guy's been caught before. He's got a sore in his mouth. It's healed over, but alright, we're getting close to supper. I'm casting it in. Ooh, that's a pickerel. That's a pickerel. Hope we caught that on. This is just light action. Oh, maybe it's not. It's a bass. It was a nice hit, though. Where are you? Yeah. Okay. There's a bass. It's hit like a pickerel. Alright, well, I believe we're just about there for enough of these small little guys to have a supper. So these guys are going to be for supper. Anyway, I'm going to save some battery life and hope to bring you back. Doing a little fish fry in a little bit. Bring you back. So this is a huge bass or any means, but in this lake where they're quite small. This one is healthy and is growing pretty good. It's about 12 12.5. So he's going back in the water because we're keeping tiny ones today to try to do our part for the lake and still have a nice little touch. So I don't mind cleaning up small fish. It's no big deal. That was actually one was pretty fun on the light action with the little ultralight topwater. He just kapowed it. We're doing all right in this little bag. I think probably between Tash and I will have enough for a nice little feed for supper. She's probably starting to wonder where I'm at. She's back on the island. Maybe she's reading or something. But wouldn't mind having one pickerel to change things up. Had a white perch last night. Oh. Wouldn't mind having a pickerel to change things up to go with the smallmouth. I had a nice white perch for late night snack. Last night was delicious. Oh, jumped right out of the water after it. Tried to get at it again and missed it. Oh, there we go. Well, he would have been good to have completely on film because he had some theatrics going. So there's another one. Lots of them around. Guess I'm very good at that. Alright. Here we go. Well, I think it's time for me to get out of here and start heading back to the island. So, we're going to have a fish fry tonight. Oops, spoken for. And that is going to finish off. If he comes in without biting that off, that little tiny friggin' lure, our supper. Get out of the trees. Dear God, what are you doing? That little tiny lure. So, not a huge pickerel, but let's see, 8, 16. I got a fish jumping behind me. About an 18 or 19. Probably 18, and that will do for our fish supper. So I'm gonna head back and see how the missus is making out on the island, clean some fish, and maybe you'll join me for a little fish fry later on. Take care. Here's our day 2 view. Looking kind of nice out there right now. My seat. This will be our fire pit for the night, and Tasha's seat, and we got some stove there. Just headed back the pass back here. Just got back from fishing, caught a few fish to some bass and pickerel to have for a little shore supper tonight. We're expecting rain in the morning, so we got this set up so we can sit underneath in our camp chairs and do breakfast. And down in this little nook is our pyramid tent that we'll be calling home for at least one night. And we're going to see what the weather's like tomorrow. So we could be wind blown in, or we could be going home. So anyway, I'll leave you with a look out over there. I'm going to go take a dip and then get ready to cook up some fish and couscous for supper tonight. I'm giving a little preview of the fish fry. Nice dip that I made today.
Did you take it?
Probably.
Is that it right there?
Yeah. Doing very well. So, we're out here on a beautiful evening on Gasborough Lake in Nova Scotia, having a little fish fry with some couscous. Supposed to be some weather blow in tonight, so might be fun tomorrow. But anyway, we're gonna sit down and enjoy our little bit of fish here, and sit by the fire, and we will likely not bring you back until the morning. It's getting dark here pretty quick, so anyway, hope you enjoyed. Take care. So I don't know if you can see any of this or not, but I am sitting by the fire. The rain's just starting, and anyway, I'm not too concerned about getting wet. I'll get changed before I go to bed. But anyway, we're gonna call it a night and hopefully have a little bit to wrap things up. I suspect tomorrow will be our last day unless we get windbound, but in any event, we'll cross that bridge when the morning comes. So take care for the night. Bye-bye. So I wake up on our third day and take a cast and catch a nice Jane Brickrells. First cast off the rock upon getting up. It's rainy. It's going to be rainy all day. We were thinking about staying one more day, but we're only a few kilometers from the car, so we'll probably pack up and head that way. We got a little bit of a headwind, but that's better than some of the alternatives. So anyway, I'm going to take a few more casts and then go see about making breakfast. So good morning, welcome to a wet and rainy day 3. We're looking at doing some breakfast here. We're just having our morning coffee, and then if we get a break in the rain, we'll probably make a run for it. You know, doesn't look, it's supposed to stop for a while and then rain all evening, so while tomorrow would be nice, being hunkered down all day, not being able to do much, and being this close to the car likely means that we'll head out. So anyway, if you enjoyed our video, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Oh, pickerel. Easy, fella. Woo! Easy. There's not a bad fish. There's no need of that performance. Nothing like get pickerel slimed in the morning. Wait, buddy, wait. That was kind of neat. Trying to get. Now the people know somebody was here. Not sure who they are. Little rock formation on a tiny little rock island. Neato. So we are off the island and on our way home. She's a little rough. Tasha hasn't really been out rough seas before, so we're just going to take our time, be careful, stick to the easier portions. Might have to do some ducking here and there. Anyway, it's been a good trip. It's too bad we could have X'd today out and went straight to tomorrow because the next few days look good again. But we got a couple nights out in the woods, a couple island camps. Traveled about, well, by the time we're done, about 25 kilometers by kayak in the last couple of days. not bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. We certainly had a good time, and hope to have more in the future. Take care, all.